Two teams battling for playoff seeding in the upcoming Ron Newman Cup playoffs on Silverstein Ice Center's field. Hi again, everybody, and welcome into Cable Dahmer Arena. Alongside my broadcast partner, Eric Bergrud, I'm Nick Vassos. Today, the Kansas City Comets and the San Diego Sockers here this afternoon. And the big storyline coming into this game, Eric, is injuries to Kansas City side, and there is a pile of them.
There are a few players that are going to be game-time decisions, and I'm reminded, partner, of a game in the 2021 season when Kansas City was down 8 players due to COVID protocol, and they somehow found a way to beat the Sockers 5-3. Next man up is the name of the game.
I remember that game. That was one for the record books for sure. Let's talk about each team here. And what is the old adage, Eric?
Defense wins championships. So much so that San Diego put this in their game notes for today.
They did, for both teams, actually. And let's begin with San Diego. They acquired a player from Dallas that really helps them out on the back line.
Christian Quintana last season won a championship for Chihuahua. A couple weeks ago, he was Dallas's all-star representative, and today he's trying to help the 16-time champions lift a 17th trophy.
Now for Kansas City, he started his career in Kansas City, played and won championships in San Diego, and now he's back, and he's a solid backliner.
Guerrero Pino had a great game against San Diego right here a few weeks back. He'll need to have a big day for the Comets to win.
Going to be a great game between Kansas City and San Diego. They're always close. Eric and I will be back for the call when we come back next on MASL TV.
The Adirondack Apartments, the brand new apartment and townhome community, is now open in Independence and is the exclusive housing partner of your Kansas City Comets. Discover modern luxury living, from stainless steel appliances to resort-style swimming pool. The Adirondack Apartments has everything you need to live the life you deserve. Stop by or visit us on the web to schedule a tour of your brand new luxury home. The Adirondack Apartments.
Community America Credit Union, where every member feels like a star. Member owned, open to all. Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
This is Kansas City. This is my town. What happens here matters to me. You're my neighbors, and when one of my neighbors gets hurt, I want to help. If you're hurt in Kansas City, I've got this.
Call 816-888-7500.
Clear vision is so important for everything I do, on and off the field. I'm Zach Reggett, forward for the Kansas City Comets. We are super excited to partner with Silverstein Eye Centers as the official eye care provider for the Kansas City Comets.
I'm Dr. Steve Silverstein. We would love to show you what eye care should be. Please call us to schedule an appointment or visit our website at silversteineyecenters.com.
The Major Arena Soccer League is proud to welcome you to MASL TV on YouTube. MITRE is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League, established in 1817. MITRE is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at mitre.com.
Alongside Eric Bergrud, I'm Nick Vassos, and Lux St. Lou on our sidelines, down close to Silverstein Eye Center's field. Welcome in to MASL Soccer on this glorious Sunday afternoon in Kansas City. It is the Kansas City Comets with a record of 13-3-2, hosting the San Diego Sockers, who are 16-3-0. The Sockers on 45 points. They have the second place in the current MASL table. The Comets are right behind them in third with 41 points. These games are becoming more and more important as we play down the stretch. The Comets, after this game, will have 5 games left in the regular season. After this game, San Diego will have 4, and there's still quite a lot to decide here. There's the head coach of the Comets, Stefan Stokic, whose team has dropped 2 straight, while the Sockers come in having winning 5 in a row and 16 of their last 18, Eric.
Starting to feel the 16-time champion vibes, aren't you, partner?
Yeah,
we missed you here last game.
I know, I missed it too. Rion Marquez is back in the lineup after he's been out of the last 3 games. In fact, the injury list for the Comets was long this week. As many as 6 players listed as questionable. Ramon Palmer, Lucas Souza, Zach Reggett will all play along with Rion Marquez. Junior Kazim and Leo Acosta will remain out.
And I got in a little bit of trouble with San Diego Soccer's head coach Bill Salvaggio ahead of the game. We walked out on the field, and Zach Reggett, we didn't know if he was going to play. In fact, we changed our pregame because we weren't sure he was on the training table. He didn't show up at the beginning of pregame warmups. I'm like, well, sorry, coach. And then he shows up, and Phil Salvaggio's like, nice gamesmanship. He'll never let me.
He will never let you forget that. Yeah, right. Oh, no. Anything to get an edge. And we are underway. Kansas City wearing their home red uniforms, red tops, shorts, and socks. Philip Ejimadu in the goal for Kansas City. Ejimadu is 10-0-1. This is his 14th start of the regular season. Here comes Gabriel Acosta with a toe poke, and that one just wide. Another rebound shot from Gutierrez, and that one misses the target. Comets glad to have Rion Marquez back in the lineup, although they fought very hard down in Chihuahua, only to lose 9-4 on Friday night. They had a depleted team, but Coach Stokic was really pleased with the effort his team had down in Chihuahua, which, of course, is a very tough place to play.
Foul on Pino. That was I'm here kind of love tap into the near boards.
Some might say professional foul.
Could be.
There's Andreos trying to steal the ball on a pass to Quintana. San Diego turns and bounces it out of bounds back the other way. So Comets will have it here just in the beginning minute of this one between Kansas City and San Diego. This is the third meeting between the two teams. San Diego winning on their home turf earlier this season, and then Kansas City returning the favor 9-4. That was the game, unfortunately, I missed. But Eric and Lux did a fantastic job carrying the broadcast all the way through. Here's Tavoy Morgan, their leading scorer in the middle of the center circle, battling with Andreos, and a whistle and a foul. Who's this one going to go against?
Foul's going to be called on Andreos. Interesting referee crew here. You want to mention who they are, and then we can talk a little bit about them.
Our officiating crew tonight, crew chief Shane Butler in his third decade officiating. Austin Sani will run alongside him. The assistant referee, Nathan Calling, and the fourth official is Philip Gomez.
Well, I mentioned it interesting. Sockers fans in particular will remember this. Some Comets fans will too. Back in February of 22, there was a game at Pechanga between these two teams. 22 penalties, 3 red cards. Shane Butler will call a tight game, and I wasn't really surprised when his number was punched for this game here.
Eric, the Comets and Sockers don't have a regular, they don't meet as often as, say, some of the other ones, St. Louis and Milwaukee and et cetera, but the games that these two franchises have had, you can tell there's a lot of pride on that crest that they have above their chest, and they are always intense games with the Sockers.
Before last season, I sat down with Comets managing partner Brian Budzinski, and I asked him, who's your biggest rival? Because if you ask Comets fans, probably either going to be St. Louis or Milwaukee. And he said San Diego Sockers, just because they win championships. And you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, was basically what he said.
Makes sense. Comets steal it away. Lucas Souza back in the lineup, just his 7th game of the season. Lucas trying to take it into the corner, runs into a defender. It's popped back towards Boris Pardo, our old friend who played for the Missouri Comets back in the day. Knocked away by the San Diego defense, and here they come. Tavoy Morgan leads the break up the middle of the field. Lays it off to Taylor Walter Bond, then played back to Serta. Serta back to Mitchell Cardenas. Cardenas to Costa. That one out of bounds. It'll go back to Kansas City.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more.
Guerrero Pino played it up the near boards, thought somebody was going to be there. Serta takes over for San Diego. Over to Christian Quintana, who Eric and I featured at the beginning of the broadcast.
You think Pino will let you know he's there? Christian Quintana will let you know he's there.
He's one of the bigger players. Costa across the half line with the pass to Gutierrez. Now near side for the team captain in Craig Childs. Childs away from the goal, back to Costa. That one left for Leo de Oliveira. Leo's got it just outside the Comet yellow line, leaves it for Serta. Quintana. San Diego on the road 6-3 this year. Comets home record is 8-0-1. Their only loss, an overtime loss to the St. Louis Ambush, their I-70 rivals. Here's their drive, and that one saved by Ejimadu. Perfectly measured with the kick save. And a beauty. Serta, marked by Ramon Palmer of the Comets. Serta with one hand resting on top of the dasher boards, plays it away to Leo. Here's De Oliveira. Leo with a drive, blocked by the Comets. Now shot, far side, Craig Childs, goal, San Diego. Sockers up 1-0.
Got the mustache rocking there, always at the back post. And he always seems to find space in between defenders. You think, okay, they're going to go to him, and he just lulls you there, parks himself at the back post. I don't know how many times he's done that over his career. Counted as another one. And Leo
Another
is
helper.
a long-time pass master there, De Oliveira is.
That's Childs. That's the 18th goal of the year. How about Craig Childs? He's 40 years old, and he is still having himself a season in the MASL.
There might have been a few Sockers fans early in the year wanting to see younger players on the roster, and it's like, you know, you've got your all-time leading scorer there. Why wouldn't you want him to get minutes? Why wouldn't you want him to perform? Because in the end, he has the experience to carry this team to another championship.
And for Leo, that is his 12th helper on the season. Comets trying to get it out of their last third. Nathan Dirtle on the field. He's marked closely by Drew Ruggles. Ruggles wins the ball from Nathan, and San Diego will take over offensively. Charlie Gonzalez, a playmaker in the midfield, swung it to the right side. Comets able to kick it free. Ejimadu's got it. Zach Reggett came on and then goes right back off. We'll see how much we actually see of Zach. Eric told you about, you know, his uncertainty at the very beginning of the game.
Nice push there by Rion. Shane Butler is right there to whistle that. You mentioned the St. Louis Ambush winning here earlier in the season, Nick. Right now at the Family Arena, they are up 12-5 over the Milwaukee Wave in the fourth quarter.
Wow, how about that? That might be the first time this year that St. Louis has scored 12 goals. I know the Comets have not reached double digits all year in goals. There is Childs looking far post for Taylor Walter Bond. Bond tries to gather up the rebound, but it's kicked away. Mijatovic to Pino. Pino lost the handle for a second.
Give away.
Now goes wrong way. Bond's got it back. Moves to his left. Shot blocked by Lucas Souza.
Kansas City's having all sorts of problems with the San Diego press.
And it's broken up once again. Serta chasing it down into the corner off the boards. Correction, that was Charlie. Now back the other way. Here's Henry Ramirez trying to pick it up. Can the Comets counter? Nope. San Diego gets back defensively. 1-0 San Diego over the Comets. Kansas City has lost 2 straight. San Diego comes in with a 5-game winning streak. A win here would put San Diego, would create more distance between them and Kansas City. And both these teams know how important the top 2 seeds are. If you win in round 1, you get an extra day of rest, and that's huge in the playoffs. Especially for Kansas City, having to play so many games here at the end of the season. They're playing basically 2 games a weekend.
If you haven't checked the Comets schedule, they play the weekend before. Friday night at Utica, Sunday afternoon at Baltimore, fly back to Kansas City, a couple days of practice, and then that Thursday flying to San Diego.
Wow.
So not a major turnaround. They may actually be okay at that point playing on Saturday just for an extra day rest.
Here's Mijatovic winning the ball, playing it to Lennis, who just comes on. Lennis down the right side. San Diego wanting a penalty for too many men on the field.
They got the sub off. There was no issue with that.
You saw the referees. They waved it off from the penalty box. That one kicked out of bounds. We've got a timeout on the field. And when we come back, it should be Kansas City's ball. Let's take a break. 6:58 left to play in this opening quarter. So glad you're with us on this Sunday. San Diego 1, Kansas City nothing on Victory Sports at MASL TV.
It's a season of savings at Cable Dahmer. Come in now during our Season of New Tradition sales event. Get a Forte for only $99 a month. That's only $99. Plus, every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And Cable Dahmer Kia has doubled the size of its service bays to serve you better. Stop in today off Colburn Road in Lee Summit or visit us online at CableDahmerKia.com. If you want a Kia, thank Cable Dahmer.
We know a place where you can drop your bags and relax your mind. It's a place where you can unwind and unplug while staying connected, where having a lot on your plate is a good thing. And 5:30 Kickback is all about kicking back. Yeah, we know a place, and we know you'll love it too. Drury Hotels. Travel happy.
Welcome back to the Cable Dahmer Arena. Soccer fans, MASL action here in Kansas City. San Diego is up 1, 7 minutes here in the first quarter. Nick and Eric, what you got upstairs?
All right, that's Lux St. Louis down there monitoring what's happening down there on the field. Lux, thank you. We will check back with you shortly. Kansas City having a, well, I wouldn't say difficult time, but they're having some challenges trying to get it out of their last third. Now Kansas City applying its own pressure. Danny back there trying to disrupt things. Ball pinballing around. Sebastian Mendez with a touch. And now Drew Ruggles with his ball. He gets it out to Boris Pardo. Boris Pardo back up to Ruggles.
Has been terrific this year, by the way. Exactly what San Diego expected when they got him as a free agent a couple years ago. Scored a Como Wallace score a couple weeks ago. That was terrific.
Oh, there's a breakaway. Oh, and boy, Ruggles had an open shot here. I think Danny may have disrupted the timing there. Thank goodness for that, or for Comets fans. Keeps the score 1-0. But Ruggles, a great opportunity there. And you're right, Eric. That Como Wallace score that Ruggles scored in St. Louis was a thing of beauty. Just a perfect example of skill, class, and experience all in that one play.
You were asking earlier when the Comets had double digits last.
Yeah.
Well, our archivist, the Professor Brian Holland, to the rescue. The last time Comets double-digit scoring, last game of the regular season against San Diego last season, 10-6.
How about that? Thank you, Professor.
You might recall in that game there was a little dust-up between then Soccer's defender Guerrero Pino and Zach Reggett, and somehow they came to terms when Pino returned to the Comets lineup, but that's the way it usually happens.
Leo with some pressure from Henry Ramirez knocks the ball away. Kansas City trying to get their timing down. Ejimadu talking to his teammates. Approaches the yellow line, sends a low one up to Zach Reggett. Reggett turns and faces the defender, Ben Raymond. Reggett moving to his left. Reggett goes off the boards out to Mijatovic. He turns and fires. Save, Pardo.
I think that was Dirtle.
Oh, it is Dirtle, so thank you. Palmer. He'll shepherd that one back to Ejimadu. Ejimadu will play it back to the other end of the field. He thought Zach was going to go to the right corner, but Zach was coming off. And Reyes comes on as a defensive runner. Mitchell Cardenas sends it up the near touchline, picked up by Acosta. Gabriel across the Comets yellow line to the corner. Charlie Gonzalez with the left footer, no good. Tavoy measuring the rebound. Shot, score! Got it on the second try. Right foot wouldn't work. Left foot does. 2-0 San Diego.
Good transition game from the Sockers. You see Gabriel Costa going 2-on-1. Looking short for Gonzalez. Walla will take a touch first, then the scorer. Tavoy Morgan, his 25th of the year, Nick.
2-0 San Diego off to a fast start.
San Diego press going great. San Diego transition going great. Comets, you're starting to see they've got to adjust here because another goal, and it's going to be really, really difficult for Kansas City. Both teams can lay claim to tired legs. San Diego played at home Wednesday. They flew to St. Louis, played there Friday, playing here today. Kansas City at Chihuahua Friday. And so both teams, there's some balance there in terms of wear and tear.
Off the boards, loose on the near post. Rion Marquez was there banging away at it, but Pardo comes up with it and plays it at Gonzalez. Serta passes it up to Childs. Childs runs right into a Comet player and then kick back towards the half line. Vandegrift heads it to Mijatovic. Mijatovic into Danny Malyu. Danny goes down. Foul called on San Diego. Christian Quintana, the guilty party. Comets with the restart. 3:35 to play in the opening quarter. 2-0 San Diego.
Simple foul. Free kick Comets.
Comets have dropped 2 straight. Chihuahua and in Milwaukee. There's a shot, and that one hit the far post. Lucas Souza making a bid there. I don't know if that got kicked off the line or not. Comets fans happy to see Lucas Souza back in the lineup. He's been out for an extended time. He's had a knee injury that hasn't gotten better. And apparently over the last couple of weeks, it's beginning to feel better. And he really had a nice game in Chihuahua.
They've missed him on special teams. They've missed his leadership in the midfield. And with 2 banged-up forwards, I think today, if the Comets are going to win, it's got to be the midfield that steps up offensively.
Here is Lucas. He'll pass it down to Vandegrift. Vandegrift shoots near post. Good save. Ball loose out front and kicked away by Ruggles.
Should say Boris Pardo is the reigning MASL goalkeeper of the week. He's gotten a few of those awards over his career.
What does Boris have? Does he have 2 or 3 goalkeeper of the year awards?
Yeah,
I know I'm putting you on the spot, but I
know
think
you
it's
are
like 2
putting
or
me
3.
on. Somebody will let me know. I know that the last time he got it, I voted for him for MVP. So apparently, but that was just me. So tried my one-man campaign for Boris.
Dirtle running up on a ball. That one blocked by Quintana. Henry Ramirez trying to clean it up. Fires one in there, and it's knocked out of bounds. 2:10 left to play in this opening quarter. 2-0 Kansas City. 2-0 San Diego. Those in attendance here at Cable Dahmer wish it was 2-0 Kansas City. Not the case. Craig Childs and Tavoy Morgan have 2 tallies for San Diego.
Quintana couldn't tell if he got knocked down by Reggett, but referees say play on.
Christian Gutierrez marked by Reggett. On over to Mitchell Cardenas. Cardenas lifts one hop off the blue turf and out of bounds.
Green Drop offers a better alternative than the outdated compression sleeves and socks, truly providing long-lasting relief at an affordable price. Green Drop's recovery products are uniquely suited to help our athletes battle aching joints and muscles. Learn more or try it yourself by visiting greendropcompression.com. And apparently a lot of Comets players are needing their Green Drop compression at this time of the year.
They've cleaned the shelves off. Cardenas called for the foul. Kansas City with the ball. Into Ramon Palmer, who turns and fires. Cardenas got a block. Loose ball out front. Pino plays it over to Holloman. Holloman into Malyu. Danny with his back to the goal. Plays it out front to Pino. And now Cardenas, and it looks like Rion Marquez getting tangled up. And the blue cards have come out.
That's also the second foul on Marquez this half. We'll keep an eye on that. Look at the replay here. They're both in the box Pino's going to send the ball wide. Oh, and the foul. Never even got that where. So we'll see the foul off. One arm, two arms. First arm was Marquez, and then Cardenas grabbed him down, and some words were said. And Austin Sani said,
and now the
challenge flag.
Challenge flag has come out from San Diego.
These teams do have a history. Mentioned that game in 2022 in San Diego. 22 penalties, 3 red cards. Don't anticipate seeing that repeated here, but see what Austin Sani announced, the 2 blue cards. We'll see what Shane Butler has to say on the challenge. Well, they're wanting a red card on Marquez. This will be interesting to see. As I mentioned, there were 3 red cards in that game in San Diego in 2022.
I mean,
I vaguely recall more than one Sockers fan calling Kansas City a dirty physical team at that point. I'm sure there's some fans watching now who might think that. We'll take a look at this. So there's...
how could that be? I don't see how that could be a red card.
It's hard when the referee is 6 feet in front of that, unless something happened after this. I wonder if we could keep rolling. Take another look from midfield angle here. There goes the first arm.
Yeah, he's looking right at it.
So unless there's something afterwards, and then the camera panned out. There we go. Words were said. Boris Pardo playing peacemaker.
I don't know. What do you think at home, folks?
Can I make a prediction?
Yeah.
Let's just assume that half the people, forget the neutrals, half the people watching are Sockers fans, half are Comets fans. Half think it's a red card, half think it's not. There may be a percentage who think that Marquez shouldn't have gotten a blue card there either. We'll see what they say. So San Diego used their challenge flag for the game in the first quarter. Apparently they saw something or think they saw something on the bench. I just think that was going to be so hard with Austin Sani like right in front of that, and he called the 2 blue cards immediately. So
is it just Rion that's in the box, or
no,
is it?
It's Rion and then and Mitchell Cardenas.
Yep. Okay, yeah. So 4-on-4 soccer over the next 2 minutes.
Right.
Gotcha.
I get it if it was behind the play and the referees didn't see anything, but on that, it was right in front of him.
Yeah.
Coach Stokic
preaching a little poise right now, maybe.
Final score from St. Louis. Get this. Are you sitting down, MASL fans? St. Louis Ambush 13, Milwaukee Wave 6.
Wow. And did Mr. Taiyu play?
He did not play. Mr. Williamson did play for St. Louis.
Now that's an interesting wrinkle.
I'm sure there's some Milwaukee fans who've just joined us. Hey, Wave fans, how you doing?
Last minute of the first quarter, 4-on-4 soccer. San Diego leading 2-0 here at Cable Dahmer Arena. Gabriel Costa out with the ball to Leo de Oliveira, near side Serta. Cesar creeping up a little bit. Vandergrift's got a mark on him. Serta to his right, leaves it for Leo. Now over to Craig Childs. Back front and center it comes to Leo. Leo moving to his right, got a little bit of space. He shoots, and that one blocked by Lennis of the Comets. Serta picks up the rebound. Over to Costa. 20 seconds left in the opening frame. Serta leaves it for Acosta. Forward to Childs. Whistle and a foul. That's Lucas Souza's first of the half. 3 seconds left. Costa moving to his right. Leo's got it on the line. The horn will sound. That's it. That is it for the opening quarter. 2 goals by San Diego, one by Craig Childs and the other by Tavoy Morgan. 2-0 is our score. We've had a few fireworks. This one is shaping up to be another dandy between these two iconic franchises. Stay with us here on Victory Plus.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
From new guys to the veterans, even this guy. At Community America, every member feels like a star.
With the one in there and almost deflected. Got it, a goal! It is Nacho! Comets win game one! Out to Reddit. He does the game winner! For the Dudes and for the Sword! And he scores!
Take 10. That's all the time you'll need for Eric Bergerud, that's me, to take you inside the game and get to know some of the big stars advancing the sport on and off the field. 10 for 10 airs weekly on MASL TV. And today there was a special drop because I had the privilege of interviewing San Diego Soccer's GM and assistant coach Chicky Luna. We talked about the 16th-time champions. We talked about winning culture in San Diego. And we might have talked a little bit about tequila. So check it out. It's on MASL TV on YouTube. And Chicky was a great sport, had a great conversation with him. And it's always good to talk soccer with somebody who's won multiple championships, both as a player as well as a coach. And they're aiming for number 17 this year.
They sure are. In the beginning of the season, they acquired Luis Morales, who we don't see here
He's not here. Sebastian Mendez is.
Sebastian Mendez is. But those were two huge pickups for San Diego.
Well,
the
and one of the questions, I'm going to spoil the whole episode. One of the questions I asked Chicky Luna is, how come San Diego has been so good over the years at integrating free agents? So you start in 1984 season is where I started with Steve Jungo, Bronco Sargota, and Fernando Clavillo. Fast forward more recently to Tavoy Morgan and Gabriel Costa and Charlie Gonzalez. Then you bring in Luis Morales and Sebastian Mendez. They find a way to get great players, get them into the system, and it elevates it for everybody. And looks like another strong season for the San Diego Sockers, the 16-time champions.
Yeah. And don't forget, they're going to be hosting the quarterfinals and the semifinals at Front Wave Arena coming up the second week of April. And looks like I'm going to get a chance to go out there.
I didn't know if that was public, so I didn't.
Well,
Nick Vassos, you're going.
It's looking good. Yeah, it's looking good. It's leaning that way. I'm really looking forward to it. So stay tuned. All right, still 4-on-4 out there for the next 31 seconds. Second quarter just underway. Both teams switch ends. Now San Diego moving it left to right, and a whistle foul called against Kansas City. That'll go against Henry Ramirez.
Big question for your partner. Who's going to carry your bags and protect you from the autograph seekers? You're going to have to work on that over the next couple of weeks.
Silence over there, will you? Restart over to the right side of Costa. Now front and center, 17 seconds on 4-on-4 soccer. Ejimadu trying to play it out to Ramon Palmer. Serta with a touch. Now Morgan's there. He shoots, and Morgan missed it just wide.
I thought that was going in.
I sure did, too.
Serta, really good job creating fits there for Andreas.
Now Serta moving to his right, down to the corner to Costa. And Costa back out front, swings it left side for Childs. Now Gonzalez. And up front. That one is left for Costa. And Costa getting it back, chasing it down into the corner. Push from behind. Foul called on Henry Ramirez. His second of the half.
Mentioned Serta earlier. They were already a premier defense. Then you bring in Christian Quintana. It's been a hallmark for San Diego with Phil Savaggio as coach.
Restart to flex off Palmer into Ejimadu. Kansas City's got it. Trailing 2-0. Ejimadu throws it long, looking for Zach. Pardo with an easy bounce, rolls it out to Ruggles. Ruggles with a pass to Childs, who dummied it, lets it roll through. And Keiko Gontan is there. Now front and center. Here's a shot by Childs. That one swatted away by Ejimadu.
Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and on CBS Sports Golazo Network. Alex Bastiavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. Great save there by Ejimadu. He just covers so much goal. And in his first full season, I would say, as starter,
Charlie,
one of the best.
Yeah, no doubt. Race for the ball, and Costa gets there first. Plays it back to Pardo. Pardo sends that floating ball right into Ejimadu. San Diego will go for changes. Kansas City into the corner for Rion Marquez. Rion couldn't get there. Quintana shields away Rion. Pardo kicks it around the glass. And Vandegrift will go all the way back to Phil. Ejimadu rolls it into the left wing corner for Rion. Marquez couldn't stop that one. Rolls into Pardo.
Good job by Quintana just bodying off of him. I told Quintana when he got to the arena, last time I saw you was on a passenger van leaving Utica at the All-Star game. We had to leave. We had to meet in the lobby at 3:30 a.m., drive to Syracuse, and he was flying back to Dallas because the Sidekicks, that was his team then, had a game that night against the Texas Outlaws. So he went from Utica, New York to Dallas. The guy is just quite the player.
Spent some time in Chihuahua.
Last year, on loan from Dallas, won a championship for the Savage.
Ball sent up to Regan, redirects it into the corner looking for Danny or Nacho. Both players still there trying to dig it out of the boards along with several other Sockers players. Now here's a drive by Dirtle. Pardo makes another terrific save. Bopa.
2-on-1.
Here comes the counter. It's Mendez. Mendez moving left and runs right into Vandegrift. And Vandegrift able to knock it free and will play it to Ejimadu.
If you're Coach Stokic for Kansas City, there's too many odd man rushes that you're having to defend. San Diego will eventually make Kansas City pay if they don't correct this.
Cardenas back to Boris Pardo, near side Mitchell Cardenas. Forward up to Morgan. Morgan is double teamed, and Marquez gets the ball, shields a defender away, goes off the boards. Pardo reads it perfectly. Pardo shaken up on the play. He is.
Trainer Phil Savage running, or Paul Savage running there to treat to him.
Pardo on the season, this is his 16th start. He's 11-2, a 4.5 goals against average, and he's saving nearly 70% of the shots.
Take a look at the replay. Nobody touched him. One more time, ball off the boards. It's just hard to tell where he was feeling it there.
I don't know if it's a back. you know.
Snare Williams is loosening up just in case on the other side of the field.
It looks like to me, I don't know if Boris is going to be able to go. No. Snare Williams
has looked good this year, so I mean, if fans are worried about a drop-off, and Boris Pardo's in some definite pain on our side of the field. I couldn't tell if that's a hamstring or so. When he went down, he had a knee down on the ground, and I don't know if he stretched the other leg at the time reaching for that ball.
Looks like they might be working on the growing area.
Yeah, could be. If you ever pulled a groin, you never want to pull. Me too. You never want to do it again.
No, you feel it in every movement of your body.
Yep. There's Xavier Snare Williams. He's like, give me easy balls for warm up. You don't have to kill me. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on X. A ton of content put out there by Jack Williams and the MASL social media team. You know, if he can do it, Boris Pardo is absolutely going to want to stay in here. But he is walking.
He's leaving.
Locker room.
Yeah.
Got a good round of applause.
I know he's not only is he disappointed with the injuries, but he's disappointed he can't play here in front of the Kansas City crowd.
Yep.
He's got a lot of friends and ties to Kansas City from his previous days here.
Not only with the Comets, but also with Sporting Kansas City.
Yeah.
So played with two teams here in Kansas
that's
City.
Right. Good reminder. And to underline your thought about not being a drop-off in goal, from a statistical standpoint, Xavier is 5-1. He's got a 4.6 goals against, and he's got a 72% save percentage. And so he'll be making his his 8th appearance in a game. He started 4 times. So here we go. Kansas City out there. Henry Ramirez with a shot. That one off the end boards. Kansas City trying to get it into Nathan Dirtle, who was in the box, but it comes out to San Diego. Tavoy Morgan now with the ball. Off the boards, ahead to Leo.
Up.
And quickly ahead to Taylor Walter Bond. Bond, he's got 2 red jerseys in front of him. Now Tavoy fires one. DeBray Holloman with a block. Here's Leo. Into the center circle, Costa. Forward to Childs. Now Serta, who peeled out on the carpet. And the whistle before that, and it's going to go back to Kansas City. Apparently there's a foul on Cesar.
Dirtle might have gotten bailed out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. He did get a little bit of shirt there.
Mijatovic in there playing on the back line. Holloman goes up to Reggett. Reggett trying to play it to Ramon Palmer. But it deflects off, and San Diego takes it back from their last third. They quickly get it up to Childs, but Pino steps in front.
Oh, he just got nutmegged by Ruggles.
And now it's 3v2. Ruggles moving to his left, down to the corner. Costa shoots, and Ejimadu ranging to his left makes the save.
Craig Childs is sitting there at the back post again. It's like, how easy would that have been? And nobody's back here to help Mijatovic. The press is absolutely working for San Diego today.
And it's broken up by the Sockers once again. The Comets just not getting a lot of possession. Here's Ben Raymond with a chance. Now Christian Gutierrez in the area. And Danny goes off the boards to himself, but runs into a trio of Sockers jersey. Gutierrez back the other way. San Diego will reset and cycle up their offense. 8 minutes and 53 seconds left in this first half. It is 2-0 San Diego.
Can't wait for Lux St. Louis at halftime to ask Coach Stefan Stokic, are you going to make any adjustments at halftime? It's always my favorite question to ask him last season. I think at some point he just glared at me because he knew that question was coming.
Well, we did mention, what wins championships?
Defense.
Mm-hmm. And so far, that's what we've got today.
Well, that's why if I were a Sockers fan, I wouldn't be too worried about the change in goal, as
this
is going to be a 2 and a shootout.
That
is, I was going to say, I wouldn't worry about the change in goal. Takedown shootout.
Yeah.
Marquez who's been out the last couple games.
Oh, they don't have a goalkeeper.
Yeah, they're going to have to go 6 attacker.
This is interesting.
Drew Ruggles will play. Good catch there, partner. Yep, they're going to have to go. The irony of the Neto rule befuddling the San Diego Sockers. For those of you who don't know, that there's a rule in this league that if a goalkeeper gets called for a penalty, he has to serve his own penalty, and the backup goalkeeper, the other goalkeeper, has to serve. Well, with Boris Pardo in the locker room, that meant that Drew Ruggles. You watch Drew Ruggles here. Ruggles is just going to psych him out.
That wry smile from Ruggles to Marquez as he went by. This ought to be interesting. All right, Comets can get on the board here. Marquez. One touch. Marquez shoots. Rion.
And he does the baby swing in addition to rubbing his hands.
Marquez back in the lineup and back in the scoring column. Number 21 on the year for Rion Marquez.
Drew Ruggles is like, okay, I'm turning. One touch, he's just going to kill that. Nothing Ruggles could do.
2-1. We saw here against Utica, Comets had a shootout and a penalty kick, and with Rion not playing that night, the Comets were 0 for 2 in that department.
They were. The Marquez family expanding, and the universal, giveaway,
right
and a goal.
And as Nate Herron is announcing Marquez's goal, Tavoy Morgan comes right down the field to restore San Diego's 2-goal lead. It's 3-1.
Cardenas entry pass. Ejimadu like, okay, I'm going to play this. Oops. So the question was, he could have picked this up, but he didn't see Morgan. Well, he didn't see Morgan. Morgan just blew past him on the board side. And you can't do this against San Diego Soccer's partner. You're going to get your chances like they did with the Marquez shootout, but giving up a goal like that against a quality team like this just makes the work that much harder.
7:51 left in the first half. 3-1 San Diego.
Tavoy Morgan, I don't want to say quietly, but 26 goals this year.
Yeah.
Making sure that people remember him.
Zach Reggett double teamed in the corner. Zach goes down, foul. It's called on Taylor Walter Bond. Maybe it's Keiko Gontan.
Take a look at this. Double team. No foul, no foul, foul.
Yeah, so Walter Bond's got it. Now Reggett with a drive, and that one blocked out of bounds. And we've got our media timeout. So let's take a break. All right, 7:33 left to play. Things are getting hot inside Cable Dahmer Arena. 3-1 San Diego. We'll be right back on Victory Plus.
Hail, alma mater, we sing to thee. Thy name forever a guiding light shall be.
Strong as an oak tree, thy name shall never fail.
To thee, alma mater.
Hail, Park Hail. We are. We are. We are.
We are.
The Adirondack Apartments, the brand new apartment and townhome community, is now open in Independence and is the exclusive housing partner of your Kansas City Comets. Discover modern luxury living, from stainless steel appliances to resort-style swimming pool. The Adirondack Apartments has everything you need to live the life you deserve. Stop by or visit us on the web to schedule a tour of your brand new luxury home. the Adirondack Apartments.
Welcome back to the Cable Dahmer Arena. 7:33 in the second quarter. San Diego up 3-1 with Childs. A pair of goals for Tavoy Morgan. Kansas City 1. Rion Marquez taking on 6th attacker Drew Ruggles in a shootout. Nick, Eric, what you got?
All right, thank you, Lux. Appreciate that. We look forward to hearing your conversation. No, Eric's conversation.
Yeah, my conversation.
Your conversation.
I finally
I'm
have
sorry.
a conversation
You
with
do.
Lucio Tetsana at halftime. He is out for today's game. Played down in Chihuahua. Got banged up down there. Foul's going to be called on Vandergriff here. We were on the subject of the 6th attacker. Last game, we will occasionally run through history of Kansas City soccer. There's a foul called on Vandergriff. And Kansas City played San Diego back in, I want to say 91. So this would have been last home game on that date in Kansas City soccer history. And Kansas City had to play with a 6th attacker for 3.5 quarters.
Here's Gonton down the right. Cuts it back left looking for Childs. He lets it bounce off the board. Shots saved Ejimadu. Mijatovic clears it away.
Back in those days, you could dress one starting goalkeeper. Kansas City did. Jim Gorsuch got hurt, former San Diego soccer.
Trying to head that one back to Gonton. And Chad Vandergriff there trying to clear it. He finally does. Stair Williams comes off his line. He kicks it away. That one goes out of bounds back to KC.
So we talked about Bronco Segota earlier. Bronco Segota got red carded for taking out Jim Gorsuch, and your former broadcast partner Jim Schwab had to play 6th attacker for almost the whole game. That never, ever, ever goes well unless you're the Milwaukee Wave.
Right. Oh my gosh, that's the craziest game ever. Comets trying to find some offense here against a really stingy San Diego defense. 6:30 to play in the first half. The chances for KC have been few and far between. Here's Marquez. He has the Comets' lone goal, and that one was on a shootout.
Top of the arc restart off of Cardenas. Let's see if they've forgiven each other over that dust up in the last quarter.
That ball got hung up in the netting, so Shane Butler asks for a fresh MASL miter ball. Nacho behind the ball. He's got Zach Reggett to the right, Costa to his left. Marquez also to his left. Nacho slots it to, that one to Lucas, and Lucas fanned on it. And it's kicked all the way down the field. It didn't appear to be on the same page there, Eric.
Not how they practiced that at the world-famous Kansas City Soccer Dome.
And Nacho goes down in a foul called against San Diego. So Comets will have it here, trailing 3-1, 6:08 to play in the first half.
Take a look at the replay there. A little nudge. One more time here. Mendez trying to go in. Anybody who thinks that's a shoulder, a little bit under the shoulder on that charge.
Nacho again into the target to Marquez, who turns and fires. And Snayer Williams reaching high to keep that one off the top shelf. Back shot. Oh, Pino making a bid for his first of the season. Nacho trying to save it for Kansas City. Lucas Souza heads it back in there. Ball pinballing around, and
San Diego cannot believe this wasn't a 2. Here's the problem. They already used their challenge flag.
That's exactly right.
And we'll take a look at this on the replay. Nacho, Lennis, and they want the 2 on Lennis right in front of the Sockers bench.
Ruggles, a wall pass into the corner for Morgan. Morgan double teamed by 2 Comet players.
Lennis with jersey took him down. It's going to be 2 in a row on Lennis. Take a look here.
Morgan's also.
Was it one pole? There's 2 poles.
Oh, yep.
Off the spin.
Here is Childs to Costa, and that one up and over the goal. Goalkeeper distribution coming up to Philip Ejumadu.
San Diego has that big game coming up next weekend at Chihuahua. Number 1 and number 2 teams. Last time San Diego went down there, they signed a bunch of players, including Ismael Rojo, who was all league last year for the Monterey Flash. And so it'll be interesting to see how many Mexican-based players play for the Sockers that game and who travels from San Diego.
Well, that one rolled through. Quintana and Zeget were kind of tangled up together. Here comes some pressure from Kansas City. Ben Raymond sends it out towards the half line, headed into the Comets bench off of Kansas City.
There were a lot of trades, Nick, right before the deadline. When I saw the San Diego graphic that they had acquired Cristian Quintana from Dallas, that was probably one that blew me away more than other ones that we saw around the league. It's like, yep.
And there was a lot of it. Giveaway by San Diego. Here's Andreos trying to make something happen here. Runs right into Quintana.
Stuck that one in, didn't he?
Sure did. Comets poke it away from behind. Andreos goes off. Marquez comes back on. Marquez gets the ball, tries to turn. He does. He's got some space. Marquez, shot to Lennis. Oh, and a handball.
That'll be a penalty kick.
It's going to be a penalty kick.
Ruggles was like, wait a minute, I was just sixth attacker a few minutes ago. I could still use my hands, right? Back to Lennis. Lennis thinks he has a goal. What a save by Drew Ruggles. He's kind of smiling about that. You do what you have to do for your team, right?
Yeah,
and it's not like Kansas City's been perfect on penalty kicks this year,
no.
So still got to score this. Drew Ruggles is like, I only used one hand. What are you calling?
Marquez converted on the shootout. Now time for the penalty kick. Marquez is ready. There's the whistle. Shot, save, header, save again. Third chance, no.
How are you feeling about Drew Ruggles now?
Wow. And Gutierrez will take it back the other end and just try to burn as much time as possible. Now the Comets go on the power play. And this year for Kansas City on the power play, they are 33%. Zach Reggett, he has the most power play goals for Kansas City, as you might imagine. He has 3. That's good for second place in the MASL for all players. Nacho front and center. Reggett down to the corner to Marquez. Marquez tried to go 5-hole Cardenas. Ball loose. Raymond kicks it and plays it long.
If San Diego kills this off, can I nominate Ruggles for Play of the Week?
Nacho looking to go to Marquez. He does. Marquez drives one in there. 50 seconds, 5-0 left on the advantage. Reggett over to Rion. Hits it first
Good
time.
save.
Snayer Williams. Wow, that was a good save.
Didn't have a lot of pace, but it definitely had well placement.
Over the corner of the defense, over to Mikey Lennis, now front and center. 32 seconds on the advantage for KC. Reggett to Nacho. Now to Reggett, to the corner to Lennis. Lennis could not find the angle. Reggett bouncing it back in. Raymond will kick it long, couple of hops off the turf. Maybe one more chance for Kansas City. 11 seconds on the advantage. Here comes Nacho.
If you're Kansas City, you got to watch out for Ruggles getting out of the box now.
Reggett down to the corner to Palmer. Back to Reggett off the boards. Comes back out to Rion. Penalty is over. Here comes Ruggles. Here's Nacho. Still going forward. Marquez turns, trying to play it down to Nacho. Broken up by Serta.
Foul on Marquez, that's his third.
Oh, my. That is his third. You're right, Eric. Oh, my. If he gets another one before the half is over, San Diego goes on the power play. And in that game against Milwaukee, we saw what 6 fouls happens to a player when they accumulate that threshold. You are dismissed from the game, but you do not serve a 1-game penalty. And that would be Zach Reggett. Here's Henry Ramirez. 1:52 left to play in the half.
Another break opportunity. Good slide there by Vandergriff. Otherwise, San Diego was off to the races.
How about the Sockers? They defend the penalty kick, and then they stop Kansas City on the power play. They kill the penalty. That's just remarkable. That can change the complexion of a game.
Back pass? No.
3-1 is our score. Comets have been held to a single goal so far. Now Lucas Souza turns. He's got some space. Lucas will shoot. Snyder Williams will save. Rebound comes back out front. Henry Ramirez trying to knock it back in. Costa with it. Right on top of that iconic Comets logo. 2 iconic franchises meeting here in the middle of America. Foul called on the Comets. 1:01 to play in the first half.
First played against each other in the 1982-83 season when the San Diego Sockers took a, well, now let me rephrase that. When the North American Soccer League took a hiatus and San Diego's like, we'll try this major indoor soccer league thing, see how good it works. They won the championship that year. Comets goalkeeping coach Alan Mayer.
Amazing. Incredible history of these two teams. 40 seconds to play. Gontan.
Getting shutouts at the championship series against the Baltimore Blast, and Alan Mayer still a legend in San Diego indoor soccer history.
No question. Here's Mijatovic with 20 seconds left. Mijatovic steps over. Gontan able to knock it free. 14 seconds left. Ejimadu will try the left wing corner looking for Reggett. Quintana's got a mark on Reggett. Stiff arm him away. And foul called on Quintana. Zach went into the boards pretty doggone hard, wincing in pain. And Quintana pleads his case to Shane Butler.
You know you're going to feel it at the end of the day when you play against Christian Quintana. We'll take a look at this on the replay. Entry pass from Ejimadu. Little grab in both ways here. Take a look one more time.
And Zach already questionable coming into tonight's game. Here's the restart in the middle. Kicked back. Up into the air. Marquez trying to head it. 1 second left. Comets came close.
Big half there to end it for the San Diego Sockers. And what can you say about Sneer Williams on the penalty kick attempt? Saves the first, saves the second. Comets have some work to do in the second half, partner.
Comets trail 3-1 against the San Diego Sockers. Standing by to chat with Lux St. Lou with Comets head coach Stefan Stokic. Let's go down to the blue turf and check in with Lux. She's with the head coach.
Hey, Coach, it looks like San Diego's press is starting to keep us out of the offensive end. What do we need to do to get in there?
I think we got better offensively. We just didn't put our chances away. You don't put your chances away, the game is what it is right now. So our offense, I think in the past couple games, we've not put the goals away.
So we need to execute. Okay, on defense, what do you need?
I think we're a little bit adjusted on our pressure a little bit better, but we need to block shots and make sure we stay with our runners and not switch.
Good luck, Coach.
All right, so the Comets, they got some work to do, trailing 3-1 against the San Diego Sockers. Coming up at halftime, Eric Bergrud is going to be chatting with Lucia Tetsane. We'll take you around the league with Alex Bashavansky, and then Eric and I will be back to recap the first half and get you set for second half action. San Diego 3, Kansas City 1 on Victory Plus.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
It's a season of savings at Cable Dahmer. Coming now during our Season of New Tradition sales event, get a Forte for only $99 a month. That's only $99. Plus, every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And Cable Dahmer Kia has doubled the size of its service bays to serve you better. Stop in today off Colburn Road in Lee Summit or visit us online at cabledahmerkia.com. If you want a Kia, thank Cable Dahmer.
We know a place where you can drop your bags and relax your mind. It's a place where you can unwind and unplug while staying connected, where having a lot on your plate is a good thing. And 5:30 Kickback is all about kicking back. Yeah, we know a place, and we know you'll love it too. Drury Hotels. Travel happy.
Welcome back. It's halftime at Cable Dahmer Arena. San Diego Sockers versus the Kansas City Comets right here on MSL TV on YouTube. And today I'm joined by Comets defender Lucia Tetsane. Welcome to our halftime show.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it. So Lucia, Coach Stokic asked you to move from the midfield to defender this season. Do you feel like a defender, or do you still have an attacker's mindset?
Honestly, I do feel like a defender because, like, going back to like outdoor, I'm a natural defender, so I do feel like I'm a defender. I could still play midfield, but I feel like I'm a defender for sure.
A few games ago, my broadcast partner Nick Vassos interviewed rookie midfielder Nathan Dirtle, who, like Nicolau Neto and you, all played collegiately at Columbia College. Is there a sense of school pride for each of you in making that transition from the same college to the pros?
Yeah, I would say yeah. I mean, Columbia. First of all, Columbia is like, it's a very good school academically and like with soccer. So like us coming here, we had to like just keep up that same work that we did at Columbia. We had to transfer it all the way to the Comets. So yeah.
So the Comets face a stretch this season, having to play 2 games on most weekends. How has the team been preparing for the month ahead?
Honestly, first of all, I would like to give credit to our coaching staff. I think they do a very, very good job in helping us. Like they're so organized. And then us as players, we just take it one game at a time. We don't want to look ahead. Like on Friday, we played Chihuahua. We were just focused on the Chihuahua game. And now it's a San Diego. We just focus on the San Diego game and then game by game, basically.
Is there a real difference between home games and away games at this point of the season?
Yeah, for sure. Like definitely, when you play at home, it's almost like you have an extra man on the field. Like, you know, when we call 6 attacker, I feel like with the home fans, it's like a 7th attacker, or it's like we have an extra man. And then when you play away, it's almost like you're playing like a man down. So yeah, there is like a huge difference for sure.
Final question. Your teammate Zach Reggett has said that this is ring season in Kansas City. How motivated are you to compete for the 2025 Ron Newman Cup?
Honestly, I'm very motivated. My teammates are very motivated. Our coaching staff is very motivated. Like I said, they do a very good job in like making sure we have everything, making sure everything's on time, making sure like everything is communicated. So we as players are very motivated, and we will get that ring.
Thank you for joining us, Lucia Tetsane, Comets defender. We'll have more. You're watching MASL Soccer on MSL TV on YouTube.
Clear vision is so important for everything I do, on and off the field. I'm Zach Reggett, forward for the Kansas City Comets. We are super excited to partner with Silverstein Eye Centers as the official eye care provider for the Kansas City Comets.
I'm Dr. Steve Silverstein. We would love to show you what eye care should be. Please call us to schedule an appointment or visit our website at silversteineyecenters.com.
Community America Credit Union, where every member feels like a star. Member owned, open to all. Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
With the one in there and almost deflected. Shot in the goal! It is Nacho! Comets win game one! Out to Reddit. He does their game winner! For the Dudes and for the Stars! And he scores! Shoot! He scores!
MASL in 5, back once again. What's going on, folks? I'm Alex Bastiavansky. It is great to see you again. We got lots to get you caught up on from stuff that's gone down over the past few days. We've got to preview what's coming up this weekend in just 5 minutes. So let's go.
I think it was just a bench warning, Tom. It looked like on Coach Stokic.
Tayo turning, shot the goal! All hail the king. He's got his first as a member of the Wave.
Frank Tayo made his debut with the Milwaukee Wave last weekend, and I'd say he made a pretty good impression, to put it mildly. The league's all-time points leader was unstoppable, racking up 4 goals, plus a helper as Milwaukee smoked Kansas City 13-3. Now, we wondered what the chemistry between him and Ian Bennett would be like. Frighteningly good, as it turns out. Beautiful assist by Bennett to Frank right there. They will be a terrifying duo. And it was a milestone day for IB26 as well. The MASL legend had 2 points, taking him over the 500 mark for his career. Congratulations to the Canadian assassin. The Wave snapped KC's 8-game winning streak in the process. Let's check in on the playoff race. St. Louis is suddenly surging. They faced Dallas, a team they're fighting for 8th spot, and absolutely teed off on them, winning 9-2. That marks the biggest margin of victory for St. Louis so far this season. They also faced Utica City, and once again, the ambush was flexing its offensive muscle. It was Star Wars night in St. Louis, and the Force was definitely with them.
Everything else is going to change without Frank. Chili on a take. Chili Willie!
They racked up 9 goals in this contest as well, holding off UCFC 9-8. And the team they are chasing for 8th spot missed a golden opportunity to pad its lead. Tacoma was hosting San Diego and just couldn't quite pull it off, losing to the Sockers 8-5. So they sat in 8th spot, but the ambush entered this weekend with a game in hand, so they've got time to make up that difference. There are lots of great games happening this weekend. 2 huge ones include the top 3 teams in the league. Both involve KC. The Comets traveled to Chihuahua on Friday to face the first-place Savage, who they beat 5-2 back on January 25th. 2 days later, they'll be back at home against second-place San Diego. They've had 2 great games this season, those squads, with each team winning 1. Okay, your Green Drop Players of the Week: Boris Pardo in goal from San Diego, Omar Silla from Baltimore defensively, and offensively it is, yes, the King, Frank Tayo. Let's start with King Frank making his Milwaukee debut. Couldn't have gone much better. Absolutely dominant. 5 points in that massive win over the KC Comets. Defensively, Omar Silla, what a game he had against Harrisburg. Great on defense and offensively as well. 4 points, 3 goals, 1 assist in the big Baltimore win. And in goal, Boris Pardo doing what Boris Pardo does. Big saves, and he also chipped in with 2 assists in the win over Tacoma. Okay, plays of the week now.
No 6th attacker jersey has been deployed yet onto the... Oh!
From Gamboa! Oh, Noah.
To Reggett far post shot, goal! It's Danny!
Lovegrove lines up the shot. Chavez now can dribble clear. 2v1 despite the numbers deficit. Here's Chavez into the attacking zone. Chavez goes on, rolls it across. Macias!
Seconds, get back Alvis, fakes the shot. Marujo slips a bit. Dantas!
Checo. Diegas.
Oh, my!
Oh, what a blast from Diegas!
Ruggles from distance plays himself. Wallaskora, look at Drew Ruggles go. Christos tries to read it, comes off his line. Ruggles called his own number.
He's a great salesman sometimes.
A performance.
Almeida Dalu! I doff my cap to you, good sir.
Piero now in his 11th season, the only coach in the MASL. Ian coming down, shot like goal! Oh, what a combination there from Ricardo to Ian. Wave leads 3-0. Point number 500 in Ian Bennett's career.
And that is going to wrap things up for today's show. But just a reminder that all throughout the MASL season, to stay up to date with everything that's going on in the league, be sure to check out their official social media outlets. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
Hail, alma mater, we sing to thee. Thy name forever a guiding light shall be.
Strong as an oak tree, thy name shall never fail.
To thee, alma mater.
Hail, Park Hail. We are. We are. We are.
We are.
Subscribe today to MASL TV on YouTube. You'll find game rebroadcasts, MASL shows, highlights, and more. Hey, speaking of highlights, partner, what do you say we maybe review some of these first half highlights? San Diego Soccer's up 3-1.
I say let's go, Eric.
Let's see what we'll see, partner. Comets came out. Christian Andreos always rocking a new style and haircut. Marquez kicking the ball off in the first quarter. San Diego, Leo, the pass master, is going to find the all-time leading scorer of the San Diego Soccer's back post where he likes to hang out. 1-0, Craig Childs. San Diego's going to make it 2-0. Charlie Gonzalez is going to go Walla, not quite score because Tavoy's going to take a touch, go on his left. That was the first of 2 goals for Tavoy Morgan. Better believe he's happy to be a San Diego Soccer.
Oh, yeah.
But there's goalkeeping in this game. There's one from Philip Ejimadu one way. I'll take a look the other way. Boris Pardo before he went out and hurt. Speaking of goalkeeping, not so much that time for Drew Ruggles as 6th attacker, but he would later, as a field player, save a goal, which Kansas City's going to probably regret not having scored there. Let's take a look at Tavoy's goal. Right off the kickoff, Ejimadu, oops, goal to boy, number 26 of the season. And that is where this game is right now, 3-1 for the 16-time champion San Diego Sockers. Drew Ruggles, huge credit though. He wound up saving as a field player what would have been a Mikey Lennis goal that would have made it 3-2. Rion Marquez took the penalty kick. 2 saves by Xavier Snare-Williams, who came on for the injured Boris Pardo. Boris Pardo is walking on the field right now. Does not look 100%, but at least he's out there in case of emergency. And you know what they say, partner? Third quarter, there's some work to do if you're the Kansas City Comets.
Coach Stefan Stokic has been pretty animated in the second quarter, and just there inside the huddle of his team. And we can see the veteran Ramon Palmer sending a message to his team in the huddle. Snare-Williams coming back out for San Diego. He'll continue on here in the second half after replacing Boris Pardo with what appeared to have Boris had maybe a growing injury, nothing official right now, but that's what it looked like to us up here in the booth, and he is not able to go. So Snare-Williams the rest of the way for the Sockers, and he and the rest of his teammates have done a beautiful job on defense this
Absolutely.
afternoon.
And as we said earlier, what was already a premier defense got that much better with the trade for Christian Quintana. And Mitchell Cardenas, lockdown defender. Cesar Cerda, lockdown defender. Drew Ruggles, former defender of the year in this league. And there's a lot of talent on the Sockers team at every line, starting from the goalkeeper and moving on up.
Comets with the ball to begin the second half, trailing by 2. We are underway. Kansas City moving it left to right. Glad you're with us here on MASL TV and Victory Plus, watching the Major Arena Soccer League as we wind down the regular season. After today, Kansas City will have 5 games and San Diego will have only 4. So things are tightening up across the MASL's regular season before we get the Ron Newman Cup playoff set. Souza steps in and pokes it down to the corner. Marquez couldn't catch up. San Diego out with the ball. It's popped forward over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez runs into Nacho. Nacho dispossesses him of the ball. Nacho moving to his right. And he's taken down on a foul called by, I guess, going to go against Cerda.
San Diego, we'll take a look at the foul here. Just a little nudge.
Meanwhile, back at the other end, a shot on goal, and Snare-Williams goes down to his belly to make the save.
San Diego knows these points are huge because they have to go to Chihuahua next week. They've beaten Chihuahua there at Corner Sport Arena, but it's been several years, and it's become the fortress in the MASL.
Without it. In fact, isn't San Diego the last team to defeat Chihuahua
I'm
in their
pretty
own
sure
place?
it was, if not the first year Chihuahua was in the league, the second. But
maybe Monterey was the last team to do that.
Oh, Monterey did win there last year. You're right, because Monterey went undefeated, and thank you for catching that. They went undefeated in the regular season until the Milwaukee Wave knocked them out. We'll have the Milwaukee Wave here on Friday. That's always a battle of words, deeds, online banter from fans. Stay tuned.
Yeah, and they'll bring the reigning player of the week and Frank Tayu with him back to Cable Dahmer Arena.
9 goals in his first 2 games.
A lot of people wondering how Frank Tayu and Ian Bennett would coexist. Seems like they're getting along pretty well to me.
That was not a surprise to me.
Yeah, really?
Not at all.
Craig Giles heads it back. Nathan Dirtle takes the header and bangs it forward to Holloman. Holloman goes Wallaskora, rebounds to the opposite corner, and Rion Marquez is there. He's double teamed. He goes back across the goal mouth. Nobody there to touch it in. Holloman was close, but couldn't extend a foot. Now here's a drive by Ramirez. It comes off to Dirtle. So the Comets here in this latest flurry are getting some chances here against San Diego, unlike the first half. Henry Ramirez.
But you're going to have a hard time going 2-on-5. Kansas City is going to have to push some players forward at some point.
Mijatovic looking for an opening. Cardenas. Now Lucas Souza, his drive. Saved out of bounds off Williams. It'll stay with Kansas City.
Take a look at this shot and save.
Sousa comes over quickly.
Comfortable save there for Snare Williams.
That was a quick restart by Kansas City. It ends up here in the left wing corner. And the Sockers clear long. 11:47 to play in the third. 3-1 San Diego.
Mijatovic back at defender today. Got pressed into service as target forward. First of the Milwaukee game when Zach Reggett fouled out, if you want to call it that. And then at Chihuahua with no Reggett, no Marquez, no Junior Kazim.
It's been a painful year for Zach Reggett. The very first
Literally.
game, literally it has.
Yep. But he's been scoring goals.
Here's Quintana looking for his chance. Volley goes off the top of the dasher boards. Henry Ramirez settles it down, but first.
Head injury. Austin Sonny blew the whistle. Yeah, I think on that break, Kansas City decided who would we rather have shoot, Quintana or Tavoy Morgan. They chose Quintana and survived that. Take a look at this replay in the corner.
Looks like.
So what's interesting is if you had a challenge flag, you could argue, Nick Vassos, that was above the shoulder contact, right?
Boop. But no.
No challenge flag.
Comets
Bench is trying to go to I think they'd love to see the referees take a look at it on their own. That's not going to happen.
Austin Sonny.
While we're waiting for that, let me do this.
Yeah.
MSLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. They were needing to get the injured player off the field.
Yeah.
That was the hold.
Okay. Comets ball.
MASL posted the double save from Xavier Snare Williams during halftime. Guess what the hashtag was?
What's that?
Goalkeeping.
Marquez rolled in there again across the goal mouth. It's been all around the goal over the last 5 minutes, but it hasn't gone through.
Opportunity here for Palmer.
Palmer to Marquez. Marquez driven from behind by Quintana. No call. Shot by Danny out front. Ball is loose. Can the Comets get it in? No, they can't.
Maybe a little frantic there defensively, but it was effective. And ultimately, the ball got in between Nacho's feet. He put it over. Goalkeeper distribution for Xavier Snare Williams.
Comets head coach Stefan Stokic says, yeah, we're getting some chances in front of the goal, but we got to finish them. Meanwhile, Tavoy Morgan back at the other end. Makes contact. Both players make contact, and Morgan and Ejimadu are both down. And timeout on the field.
And they're saying don't bring out the trainer if you're Kansas City. But Sean Dumers is going to come out. Paul Savage is going to come out. See if we can get a closer look at this on the replay. I really thought San Diego was going to knock in that rebound and go up 4-1. Let's take a look. Pino guessed. He guessed wrong. Did a good job not fouling Tavoy. And Ejimadu, that save with his feet, he wasn't even looking at it. Amazing what he did. Yep.
Oh. Well, Ejimadu's shoulder caught Tavoy, and maybe well, you wonder, you concerned about a head injury for Tavoy Morgan in this case.
For sure, and kudos to Pino. Pino could have pulled down Tavoy Morgan, given up the shootout, and he didn't. Kansas City survived that one. A little fortunate not being down 4-1. Gabriel Costa is going to want that rebound back because he had top shelf. He went low, and Ejimadu with his back turned, wound up going off his leg.
So this will be interesting. I think Ejimadu is going to have to go off since the trainer came out.
No, he shouldn't.
Both players will have to go off.
As a goalkeeper. The question is he okay? They're going to take him out because of the blood.
So Ejimadu, well, that's the new rule, isn't it? When the trainer comes out, you've got to leave the field.
With the goalkeeper, I'm going to have to look that up.
Okay.
Before somebody texts me.
Well, Neto does come on. We know that. He's coming out to play. And Tavoy Morgan is being assisted off the field by the Sockers trainer.
This rule also applies to goalkeepers. Thank you, Nick Vassos.
Yeah.
In years past, rules like that, the goalkeeper was sort of exempted, but you're right. I have kept the rule changes in my notebook all season long.
Thank you, Eric, for
just
that.
for this day.
So Neto's in, and here we go, back underway. That's the second goalkeeper change we've had. Boris Pardo went out in the first half after suffering what appeared to be a growing injury. Snare Williams is now in there. And here comes Nathan Dirtle.
And that might have been perhaps why DeBray Holloman was telling the trainer, don't come on the field.
Yep. Yep. Comets applying some pressure. Cardenas over to Ben Raymond. Raymond goes up the far touchline to Mendez. Mendez lets it roll through. Neto comes off his line. Picks it up, surveys the defense. Goes over to DeBray. DeBray up the near boards to Pino.
Foul on Holloman.
And a foul on Holloman.
I saw Philip Ejimadu drinking some water on the bench. We'll see if he comes back. Mendez will feel that one. Free kick Sockers.
It's been a physical game. Giles.
See Tavoy Morgan standing on the bench.
Here's Leo. Leo de Oliveira. Faked it to the right, now back to the left. Passing to the right, that one rejected by Pino. Rebounds right back to Leo. On back to Cerda. 9:20 to play in this third quarter. Lucas Souza giving the business to Leo from behind. And Leo, ball pass back to Quintana. Back to Cerda. 3-1 San Diego. Costa Leo into the corner for Cerda. Comets will let Neto pick it up. He's got it.
Injured players have to stay out 2 minutes when the trainers come out, so we'll take a look to see if Ejimadu indeed will come back right away or whether they keep Neto in for a little while longer.
Sockers shoot it up the near side. Taylor Walter Bond runs on it. Puts his back to the goal, dribbles it front and center. Then back to Cardenas. Neto on the year, 3-3-1. He's appearing.
Challenge flag.
Is appearing in his 9th game.
Too many men, maybe? I didn't see anything. I was looking at this corner where Taylor Waller Bond had the ball. We'll see what they
Kansas City
challenge.
For blue card for
Too many men.
Yep.
So we were trained on the action here. It would be behind the plate. It'll be interesting to see if there's a camera that has the Sockers bench, because the play was away from the Sockers bench, so there would have been at least one camera pointing this way. You can see it.
Yeah.
To the right of the referee, 7:28.
Hey, Lux, you're down there. Can you hear anything from the guys down there looking at the replay?
Guys, they are trying to keep it very tough. They seem to not like it when I try and reach around and hear what they're saying. Keeping it very close to the uniform.
So we'll see if we can count. Here's the problem.
We don't see
the
behind the
camera
play.
is going to be trained on the action.
2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a camera angle that shows this.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. But
yeah, I think the Comets are going to lose this.
I wonder if there's an end zone camera, or not an end zone, but a goal camera they might be able to use.
I wonder if that's what Shane Butler is asking for. I know the goal in the league is to keep these review times prompt.
Under a minute, usually.
Upon review, there's no penalty on the play.
Yeah, no penalty.
Not enough evidence there, clearly. Comets may have seen something there, but it was behind the play.
Going to be a free kick for San Diego right in front of the Comets bench. And so Kansas City and San Diego both, no more challenges this game.
We remain 5 aside. Kansas City out shooting San Diego 24-17. Into the corner to Childs. Childs back to Charlie. Comets wrestle it away. Mijatovic chasing it back into the corner. Mijatovic stiff-arming defender and Costa away. Plays it to Neto. Neto looking for open space.
Comets got lucky the ball didn't go out of bounds.
Stayed in bounds. Ahead to Childs. Childs shoots. Save Neto. Rebound comes right back to Childs.
But Neto just showed, kicking the ball up the field, how you can beat that press is if you can get that pass to your player on the side. You can go on 2-on-1, 3-on-2 breaks. Just didn't connect.
Oh, Mijatovic, that ought to be.
That was just a little.
You think?
Yeah, it's not a 2. Mijatovic tries to go through. Well, hey, you know what, partner? There are no challenge flags left. So.
Oh, he got ball. He did get ball.
Wasn't going to matter anyway.
Yeah.
Mijatovic, he'll be fine.
I will say it looked a lot worse than probably it was, or is. Down to the corner. It's Zach Reggett. Zach back to Mijatovic. The Comets have been playing half court against San Diego for much of the game. And we know how much Kansas City likes to run, and they just haven't been those opportunities. At least not lately. 7:07 to play in the third. Comets trailing 3-1. Mijatovic, he'll go forward. Stiff arm the defender, leaves it back for Zach. Reggett played it to Nathan Dirtle. Kicked out to Charlie Gonzalez. Here's Charlie down the right side, trying to cut it back in, and Zach Reggett, he can play some defense. Oh, now we're going to get a penalty.
Should be a shootout, too. Should be a shootout.
Blue card. Is it on? Kansas City blue card holding.
Take a look at this on the replay. Right there.
That's done. I think it's on the play before this.
Right there.
I don't think that's it. I think it's going to go against. I can't see. I can't remember. I couldn't see who it was, but before this, on the run-up, they're going to call him for holding. Go ahead, Lux. What do you got?
Holding on Sebastian Mendez, I believe, right before the play they're looking at.
So on the play before and not on the one on the goalkeeper situation.
Yeah. So I don't think it'll be. I don't think it'll be a shootout. I think San Diego will get the power play. Zach's already in the penalty box.
I was waiting to see if this was going to be the media timeout, but I do not see.
So here we go. So it's this one right there.
there.
That's it right there against Mendez. That's what it is.
Not that one.
Yeah.
Good.
So.
Well, I guess we will stay here, partner.
Yeah, we're going to stay right here.
So on the first one, and Austin Sani was in a great view to see that, pulled the card up. We were looking the other way because Reggett couldn't believe that he was getting called against Charlie Gonzalez. He thought he had him positioned effectively. It was the one before, so this will be a straight shootout opportunity.
No.
I mean, excuse me, power play opportunity. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I was like two thoughts ahead of me. I was going to say that these two teams, iconically, their power play defenses in the 1980s, San Diego had the no-goal patrol, and then starting in the 1990s, Kansas City had the rat patrol. And so these have been hallmarks of both teams. Kansas City's power play kill has been really strong this season, but this is probably one of the most critical elements of this game as San Diego scores. It's going to be a real tough comeback for Kansas City.
Comets have killed, they've been down 17 times, and they've killed off 15 of them. So that's 88% on the year. See if they can do it again. San Diego's power play is underway. Charlie Gonzalez, Gabriel Costa, across the field to Childs, to Costa, into Tavoy Morgan back out there. Leo trying to cross it. Pino got a piece of that one. Charlie, float one over to Costa. Costa pops it up, sends it to Leo. Leo back to Costa. Comets trail by 2. Here's Costa with a drive. That one wide left.
Once again, Childs at the back post just missed that.
Here's Leo again, looking for Childs, no doubt.
Yep.
57 seconds left on the advantage. Costa to Leo. Over to Childs. Childs hit it off the crossbar that time. Now Leo stepped on it a little awkwardly. That'll give Pino a chance to clear it.
Good job defensively there by Mikey Lennis, who will jump off the bench.
36 seconds. Leo heads it back for Costa. Costa to Leo, looking for Childs on the back post, who remains unmarked. Here's Charlie over to Costa, to Leo. Childs is calling for the ball on the far post. There it comes. That one over his head. 13 seconds left on the advantage. Charlie with the ball. Left side, Morgan. Now to Childs. 2 seconds left. Here's Charlie over the top. Leo heads it out of bounds. Comets have killed off the penalty. Zach Reggett heads back to the bench. We're now 5 aside.
Rat Patrol came up strong. Both Mikey Lennis and Gerardo Pino a couple times there to thwart San Diego. Who do you guard, right? You got Charlie Gonzalez with the ball, Gabriel Costa with the ball, Leo with the ball, and, well, Morgan or Childs is going to get the ball.
Oh,
Good play there.
Marquez went down. He gets it back, shoots it off the glass. Marquez came up hobbling a little bit, as if he may have re-injured the hamstring. He's still out there on the field, giving it his all. Ball pops out, shot by Nacho, and saved. Made by Snare Williams.
A couple times in that sequence, Chad Vandergriff stepping out and making calculated risks, and maybe this is the point of the game where the Comets are thinking, we've got to try something, we've got to do something. Only 1 goal scored.
Marquez on the bench now. Out there is Zach Reggett. Reggett plays it all the way back. Vandegrift will take it. Smart of Vandegrift to take that ball to keep the option of passing it back to the goalkeeper still possible. Nacho on over to Vandegrift. Forward it comes to Nacho. He'll play it across the line. Zach Reggett trying to get past. Quintana got tangled up with him. Fans wanted a foul, but now Vandegrift's going to be rung up against Sebastian Mendez.
Pretty easy one for the referees to call. Comets fans don't like that?
Nope. Got about 4,000 referees in here that don't agree with that.
No foul there on Quintana. Foul on Vandergrift.
Cardenas to Morgan in the corner. Pino had it for a second. Mendez to Cardenas. Right side for Ruggles. Now to Morgan. Tavoy Morgan with 2 goals. 2 first-half goals. Kansas City with 1 by Rion Marquez on a shootout. And
take a look at this on the replay. Jurdel's going to swing over. Foul by Tavoy.
Nacho pops it ahead. Settled on the ground by Gutierrez. Pack back to Ruggles, then Christian Gutierrez now again. More pressure from the Comets. Cardenas pops it up into the air. One hop off the turf. Here comes Mendez with it. He cuts back to his left. He shoots. That one wide. And then swatted out of the box by Ejimadu, who's back in there now.
Pino was like, he jumped in. Mendez cut back. It looked like Mendez won on the goalkeeper. We'll take a look at this here. We'll look at the foul on Ruggles. But Mendez with a clear opportunity there could not convert.
Ejimadu to the corner for Reggett. Reggett goes down. Quintana, man, is he tough. Comets just try to pump it back in there. San Diego knocks it out. Danny pushes the defender down. Both teams played on. That's Gotan over to Danny on the right side. Goes off the boards. Reggett is there. He goes down on the ground, and we've got a whistle and a foul. It's going to be called against San Diego. It's going to give the Comets a chance at the top of the arc.
Good time for a timeout, partner. Take a look at this. Oops. No call. Call. Soccer's bench can't believe this. We're sitting on 2 timeouts here.
Marquez back in the
this
game.
out.
Reggett's out there as well. 2 targets. Nacho. And he will call timeout.
It's always a good time for a timeout, partner.
Always.
They've been having issues with this set piece, and now at least they'll have a little time to think about this, because you score here, that changes the momentum going into the 4th. Pretty good opportunity for the Comets.
One of those situations when the next goal is the most important goal of the game. Who's going to get it?
It's like the age-old question, who's going to be the hero, right? So you've got Lucas Souza back for the Comets. We're used to him playing back post, kind of like how you see Craig Childs play back post for the Sockers, but he's been playing out on the wing here. It's going to be interesting to see which way they go. Zach Reggett obviously not at 100%.
Rion not at 100%.
Not at 100% either. You know, you kind of feel like if you play the odds, Lucas Souza, who he's been hurt most of this season. He's back. He could be your best option here. We'll see.
Well, we got one other game that's happening right now, Eric, and if you don't mind checking on UFC at Harrisburg. Milwaukee was at St. Louis earlier this afternoon, and the Ambush winning 13-6.
How about this? 3rd quarter, UCFC 5, Harrisburg Heat 5. It's been a good weekend for the Harrisburg Heat.
It sure certainly has.
The fans are getting a lot of pizza. They have that promotion that if they score 4 goals
that's right.
at a home game, that's a good weekend for goals in Harrisburg.
It's important to keep the fans happy and fed. All right, here it is. Restart coming up for KC. Nacho to the corner to Zach Reggett. And that one up and over the goal. Once again, Zach, he has been wincing in pain since he came onto the field during warm-ups.
We were legitimately not sure he was going to be able to start.
Literally off the training table into warm-ups. You may have seen him take smelling salts before the beginning of the second half. And he had some sort of cool wrap around his back. He's been, I don't know no official word from the training staff, but it sounds like there was back spasms maybe, but he's in pain, playing with pain tonight. Ejimadu with pressure coming from San Diego. Really nice ball to Rion down into the corner. He stops, facing the goal, moves to his left, looking to get into his position here to try to turn the defenders, triple teamed.
Wanted Chad Vandergrift to make that run through. Chad was staying on the wing.
And now Vandergrift with a left footer. And that one goes up and over the goal, out of bounds. Goalkeeper distribution coming up.
What San Diego does really, really well is they'll drop guys back. So at every time, even with Marquez seeming like he may have a goal-scoring opportunity, Snare Williams is trying hard to get that ball out. 2 guys drop back, 3 guys drop back, and so what looks like a 1-on-1 turns out to be a 1-on-3. And Kansas City hasn't been moving up in numbers, and that's something that, you know, in the fourth, you're going to have to throw guys up if you want to have any chance of tying this game.
Mijatovic and Morgan get tangled up.
Yep, they're going to say that Vandegrift did not play that with his foot back to the goalkeeper. It's going to be a top-of-the-arc restart. It's be an interesting time for San Diego to take a timeout. So this is a back pass. You can hit it off your head, your chest, your knee, wherever, just not your foot. Back to the goalkeeper.
Ruggles off the three-man wall. Mijatovic got that one. Played forward. Pino with a pass into the San Diego side of the field. Snare Williams back the other way. Drew Ruggle battling with Leo. Comets get it back. Mijatovic waiting for changes to come on the field. Over to Ejimadu.
Did a traffic jam at the end of the Comets box. Two guys trying to come off at the same time. Two were coming on. Missed that one wide.
Ejimadu. That one was a
good first time touch there.
Ripped it good. Ejimadu way off his line to head it away. Ejimadu with his foot and then his head. So
Ejimadu thought there for a second he was a goalkeeper for the Empire Strikers. Why not shoot it from out there, see what happens?
Costa marked by Ramirez. 9 seconds left. Here's Ruggles. 1 second. Quintana rolls it in. Horn sounds. Will not count. And that's it for the third. Let's take a break. No scoring in that third quarter. San Diego continuing to lead by the score of 3-1. The fourth and final frame coming up next on Victory Plus and MASL TV.
Daytech is an IT enterprise infrastructure provider covering networking, security, and more. Email us at sales@daytechinc.net to learn more about Daytech.
This is Kansas City. This is my town. What happens here matters to me. You're my neighbors, and when one of my neighbors gets hurt, I want to help. If you're hurt in Kansas City, I've got this.
Call 816-888-7500.
Clear vision is so important for everything I do, on and off the field. I'm Zach Reggett, forward for the Kansas City Comets. We are super excited to partner with Silverstein Eye Centers as the official eye care provider for the Kansas City Comets.
I'm Dr. Steve Silverstein. We would love to show you what eye care should be. Please call us to schedule an appointment or visit our website at silversteineyecenters.com.
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on X. Nick Vassos, this is the fourth quarter for the Comets, and right now it seems like this is a San Diego Soccer's game. It's at the pace they would like to play. Kansas City's frustrated. What's the hope here? What can Kansas City do? I'm turning you into broadcast analyst. What can Kansas City do to turn this around and find themselves an early goal?
You know, my first instinct would be, well, you got to get into transition. You've got to be able to to get moving. That's where they are the strongest. But in that effort, you can find yourself chasing a little too hard in the game and opening yourself up to more goals. So it's a catch-22. I mean, I think they're doing fine. You know, there's only 3 goals. It's a 2-goal game, so it's well within reach. But again, we still are in this area where the next goal means everything for both teams.
Go ahead. And if you're the San Diego Sockers, I think you'll take Kansas City pressing you because you feel pretty confident about your passing ability and your ability to weather the press. It's a little bit of a chess game between coaches Salvaggio and Stokic. Kansas City Comets are going to have to dig deep right now. Clearly they're tired, but as I said earlier in the broadcast, San Diego played Wednesday night at home, played Friday night in St. Louis, so it's not like they're extremely fresh either.
Cardenas and Ramirez chase the ball in the corner. It's kicked out by San Diego. Gotan, it's a 2v1. Gotan leading the break, kicks it out wide to the right, and taken away by Pino. Comets defense getting back there nicely, stopping the San Diego rush. Marquez with a touch. Here's Lucas Souza in there as well, but Gotan comes away and is able to knock it back to Cardenas, and San Diego will maintain possession. That's just it. It's been San Diego's possession much of the game.
Not only that, but it seems like every 50-50 ball in the midfield, Kansas City's trying, but San Diego's finding a way to maintain possession. Look at Raymond go between 2 players just as I said that.
Mm-hmm. Cardenas with Danny in some high pressure. They get it over to Snare Williams. An example of the passing of San Diego right now. They've been able to get it out of their last third and then get upfield here with a chance for Mendez. A little bit too strong. Back to Ejimadu, who clears it away. Comets couldn't do anything with that ball, and a smart play by Ejimadu just to get it out of there. Serta picks it up. If San Diego wins here, it would be they have won the 17th of their last 19 games. And it would be 6 in a row for the Sockers, who lead Kansas City, are in second place on 45 points. Kansas City 41 in third place. Both these teams already qualified for the Ron Newman Cup playoffs, but the seeding, the top 2 seeds, are what's really important for these 2 teams. Getting one of those 2 seeds will make all the difference coming up in the second week in April.
No foul called there on Vandergriff.
Andreas plays it back to Vandergriff, who comes forward to Palmer. Zach Reggett comes back on. Vandergriff over to Zach. Comets playing the ball side to side, and that's okay for San Diego. Comets able to get it into the corner to Reggett, marked closely by Quintana. Both players had a wrap on each other. Back front and center for Mijatovic. Steph Mijatovic comes near side, Dirtle. Nathan's pass off the mark, right to San Diego. Leo de Oliveira. Out wide to the right to Christian Gutierrez. Marked by Dirtle. Gutierrez dribbles it back to Snare Williams. Touched into Serta. Now Cardenas forward. And a shot and a save is made by Ejimadu. That one off the foot of Charlie Gonzalez. Now Childs to Taylor Walter Bond. Vandergriff went down on the log roll. Good defense there by Chad. The reigning defender of the year. Might win himself another one this year. That one chested by Ruggles, who shoots, and Dirtle made the block there to keep that one from crossing the line.
Actually, I think it was Berto Palmer was defender of the year last year, partner.
Oh, that's right. I beg your
You know what it
pardon.
was? It was the log roll. That was the Palmer special, right?
I beg your pardon.
There you go. San Diego can just hold the ball right now, play with it up 2 goals, try to draw Kansas City out, hit the ball behind them.
Cardenas forward.
Good turn.
Tavoy around Dirtle. Morgan shoots. Saved by Ejimadu, and that one stung.
Catch MSL Monday every Monday night on MSL TV on YouTube and CBS Sports Golazo Network. Alex Bashjavansky and Phil Lovanko are joined every week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics.
And Ruggles just scored.
See how quick that was. Tavoy, well, there was the save.
4-1 San Diego.
Just got the replay there, and you got to start thinking, and maybe a little early for sixth attacker Nick Vassos, but you got to start thinking about if you don't get a goal soon, you need to do something to change the trajectory of this game.
Ruggles with his 9th. San Diego holding the Comets to just a single goal here at Cable Dahmer. Gotan, ball loose. Kansas City kicks it away. Andreos out wide to Lucas Sousa. Lucas forward to Andreos. Now Lucas out wide to the right to Pino. 10 minutes and 16 seconds left in the game. Kansas City trails by 3, but it seems a lot bigger than that. Sousa, here comes the double team for Lucas. Lucas goes down and a foul is called against Ben Raymond. And Ben Raymond is going to go into the penalty box and think about it for 5 minutes.
No major argument.
Yellow card, San Diego, number 5, Descent.
Ben Raymond goes off. That will not be a power play. Both teams remain even strength. Nacho fakes it, leaves it for Zach. Goes off the boards. Marquez was coming across. San Diego sends it long. Under 10 to play now.
Good pressure by San Diego here.
Gotan goes off the boards.
Soccer's bench wanted a foul there in the corner, none called.
Here's Marquez across the half line, getting it down to Mikey Lennis. Lennis, Comets continuing to work. Gotan steps in front. Now Lennis tried to shoot. Serta got a piece of that one. Kick back to the half line. Gotan and Nacho both give chase. Gotan with a touch. Now Nacho sends it back the other way. Serta heads it over to Mendez, who kicks it back towards the Comets half, and it'll be headed back to Ejimadu, but Tavoy Morgan gets her. Morgan wanted a handball.
Both teams used their challenge flags, so if it wasn't seen there, it wasn't going to be called. Quintana with an effective, let's call it a body block there, and Snare Williams now some time to go short.
Now under 9 to play in the game. San Diego leading 4-1. Leo down to Childs. Childs pushed from behind by Andreos. Front and center it comes to Ruggles. Now Leo. San Diego's looking for their 17th victory of the season. A victory here would give them 48 points. Comets will have lost 3 in a row, but still 8 minutes to go in this one. And San Diego leading 4-1. We've got another yellow card.
Looked like the trainer, perhaps. We'll see what Austin Sani has to say.
Yellow card is sent San Diego trainer.
Well, he said that with some force, San Diego trainer. Applause there from the San Diego bench. Phil Salvaggio hitting the dasher boards too. Boris Pardo big Chicky Luna clapping on that one. Not sure what Paul Savage might have said to Austin Sonny. It didn't go over really well. That's 2 dissents there in the last minute or so.
Here comes Pino. Pino to Lucas. Souza. Now Henry Ramirez. Under 8 to play in the game. Bad touch picked up by Taylor Walter Bond.
Opportunity here for Kansas City. 3-on-2.
Giveaway by San Diego. Here's Zach Regan on the right side. Zaga goes off the boards. Back to Zach. Oh, good play by Ruggles. Rebound shut me out of it. It's just wide. Danny with a left footer. That one blocked by Cardenas.
Foul on Mendez.
Mendez takes out Ramirez.
Kansas City trying to go quick the other way. Giveaway.
And back the other way comes San Diego. Mendez on the right side. Mendez shoots far post. Wide to the left. Charlie's over there, but so are 3 Comet jerseys. And Kansas City is out with it. Danny stops, plays it forward to Andreos. He can't get there before Snare Williams. Gutierrez to the half line. Now to Serta. The game is getting a little looser here. Here's Serta to the corner. Back to Serta, who's pulled that one
back.
Pulled it wide left. Another drive. That one wide to the right. A whistle, and this one's going to go against Kansas City. Looks like Nathan.
Heard back from the Professor Brian Holland. The last time San Diego won in KC. You want to get this?
Let me know.
December 11th, 2004. Oh, actually, he said disregard that. I'm sure he's going to remember that. I know the last time San Diego won in Kansas City.
Timeout. Ah, well, you know, we got a little bit of time here.
We'll see if we'll get the media timeout, too, before I go in there. You know what the last time San Diego won here that I remember? Was when we called the semifinals between San Diego and the Florida Tropics, and they won 2 games here. But that may not be what he means. But we'll see if we'll get a break here, or whether we're going to stay here before we go in. If you're Kansas City,
right,
you got to be thinking 6 attacker.
That one wouldn't technically count. I mean, it's not a regular season or a playoff game against these 2 particular teams.
Let's just suffice it to say it used to be early on in the series, San Diego would come into Kansas City back in the 80s in particular, and no problem. It's been a little bit more difficult recently.
Who knocked the Comets out of the Western Conference Finals back in the day in the 80s?
Oh, my goodness.
It was San Diego.
I was there when it was there.
Long history between these 2 teams.
Maybe we're going to get a media timeout. The light is on.
Oh. Well, all right. Okay. We'll be right back. San Diego 4, Kansas City 1. Stay with us.
Community America Credit Union, where every member feels like a star. Member owned, open to all. Community America Credit Union, invested in you.
Restart San Diego. Charlie Gonzalez behind the ball. San Diego leading 4-1. Gonzalez had it deflected by Kansas City. Back to the half line. Costa gets bumped from behind by Andreos. KC called for the foul.
Disagree with a call tonight? You might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review with Phil Levanco and MASL head referee Ryan Sikic. I hear we might be seeing Ryan Sikic fairly soon, partner.
Oh, that would be a breath of fresh air. Always good to see the director of officiating. He's been on the mend, I know. And we've got another foul, this one called against Kansas City. Tavoy Morgan, who took a shot from Philip Ejimadu, has come back and has played remarkably. He's got a couple of goals tonight. Behind the ball, it's Charlie Gonzalez. A playmaking midfielder, tries to go over the top of the defense. That one deflected off the wall. Now a shot by Ruggles. And Drew Ruggles.
That was so good a goal. It knocked the ball that was stuck there behind the goal into the stands.
Ruggles his second straight on the night. It's 5-1. San Diego. Ruggles now has double digits in goals this year, number 10 for the star defender of the San Diego Sockers.
Nice layoff by. So look at that ball. It just bounced off. He hit it just square off the side of his foot. I mean, that was perfectly placed. Right pace, right location. Drew Ruggles, his time in Milwaukee and in Florida, he was one of the more dangerous players, just not just defenders, just players in the MASL. He can defend, he can score, he can push the ball up the field, and San Diego has been the beneficiary of this for sure this season.
Well, since the second quarter when Kansas City closed the game 2-1, it's been all San Diego. 3 straight goals. One by Zach Reggett. Lucas Souza. That's what you get for just looking at your notes for 1 second. Lucas Souza goes and scores. That brings the game back within 3. Here it is again.
Quick restart. Shane Butler puts the ball down. Just quick goal before San Diego set up. Nothing that Snare Williams could do. Philip Ejimadu back in goal. And so Kansas City, probably we're looking at the sequence when they're playing defense, Ejimadu in goal. When they have possession, Lennis out there as 6th attacker.
Souza, number 4 on the year, and just his 7th game of the season.
But San Diego's not going to make it easy for Kansas City to get rid of the ball. Giveaway right there. Let's see if Tavoy can do anything with it.
Pino comes over, trying to clear it out. Heads it to Ramirez. Ramirez marked closely by Morgan. Gotan is over there as well. Pino.
Today, Kansas City hasn't been able to get the ball out. They're going to call timeout. Just over 6 minutes left, and Mikey Lennis will have an opportunity to bring the ball out. It's never too early to start talking playoffs. Join 8 of our teams in sunny San Diego as they square off in the MASL Ron Newman Cup playoffs, April 4th through 6th. Ticket deposits are now being accepted. Please visit sdsoccers.com for more information. And as a bonus for everybody who makes that trip out to Front Wave Arena, you can get your photo taken and maybe even an autograph with the one, the only voice of the Kansas City Comets. Do people take photos anymore? I guess they do on their phones,
sure.
Right? Selfie with Nick Vassos. He'll sign your phone for you.
Oh, Eric.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Still have just a few more games to go before we get there, and both these teams are hoping to get into second place. But I tell you, today's game's going to go a long way in San Diego securing that second. It's not done yet, but San Diego looking good here.
So correction from the professor. I'm still right that the last time San Diego won here was against the Florida Tropics in the semis. Yes, you played semis in a neutral site before. The last time San Diego won against Kansas City in Kansas City, it's actually on my birthday, January 18th, 2003, a 16-14 win
Oh, wow.
MPS scoring.
Nacho shaken up. Foul called on Cesar Cerda. Under 6 to play in the game. Comets trail by 3. Sousa over to Nacho. Here's Sousa. His pass broken up momentarily by Cerda. And then Quintana comes over, and Quintana rolls it in for a San Diego score. 6-2. Sockers.
And where this started, once again, a 50-50 ball won by San Diego. Watch this. Cesar Cerda gets it from Mikey Lennis, and Quintana beautifully placed. 6-2. Not how Kansas City envisioned this game going, but San Diego, once again, the 16-time champs, they're a juggernaut. And what they showed here offensively is their press was strong. It did not allow Kansas City to get into the transition game that Kansas City normally plays.
All right, San Diego just reading the game beautifully from a defensive standpoint. And boy, they make you pay when you make a mistake, don't they?
They do. And where the game was won was in the midfield, in my opinion.
Here's Lennis, the 6th attacker. Here's a header by Rion. Snare Williams, save.
Take a look at it on the replay. Mikey Lennis, Walla, not a scorer. 2-minute penalty.
Blue card on the field. Kansas City, number 26, 2 minutes for kicking.
Take a look at this right here. Yep. Easy one for the referees to call. Frustration foul. 2-minute penalty. Nicolas Neto in goal for Kansas City.
Nicolas Neto for Kansas City. Your Comets on the penalty kill.
4:45 left in the game. 6-2 San Diego. And they are on the power play once again. So it is Charlie Gonzalez, Gabriel Costa, Tavoy Morgan, Craig Childs, and Leo out there for San Diego. Man down team for KC is Mikey Lennis, Christian Andreos, Ramon Palmer, and Guerrero Pino. Snare Williams kicks it up Main Street to Morgan. Morgan in the Sockers patiently walk it across the half line. Clock is their friend as they have a 4-goal lead. Seems the way the game has gone so far, that's a lot bigger than that. Gonzalez to Costa. Leo into Morgan. Back to Leo. San Diego. Excellent ball movement down to the corner to Morgan. Now back to Childs. Front and center Costa. Costa thought about ripping it. Now Leo does. Looking for a post. And Morgan.
Almost a hat trick for Morgan.
Mm-hmm. Front and center for Costa. Leo to Tavoy Morgan. Morgan missed Leo, or Leo wasn't looking at that pass back, but San Diego maintains possession. And they go Craig Childs. Couple of touches. Childs shoots. That one blocked. Another shot by Costa. Pinballs around before ending up at the feet of Charlie. Now front and center Costa. Here's Charlie again. Couple of soul rolls. Down to the corner to Childs, who's chopped down, and a foul called against KC.
Pino will absolutely go in on every tackle, too.
3:10 to play. Comets trail by 4. On the ball, Charlie Gonzalez. 2 men on the wall for Kansas City. Giles
Good
shoots.
save.
Neto makes the save. It'll be in the left wing corner now.
So, partner, there's a lot of banter on social media in this league, a lot. And in defense of the San Diego Sockers, there was a lot of banter about the playoff format. I'll hold that thought.
Restart taken by Ramon Palmer. Palmer runs into a couple of San Diego players. Tavoy Morgan ends up with it. He shoots, save Neto. Craig Childs out with the rebound, plays it away from the goal, and a foul before that.
Ramon Palmer. A lot of fans across the league thinking that San Diego got an advantage. I'll tell you what, you could play this tournament in Alaska, and the San Diego Sockers have just as good a chance, if not a better chance than anybody in winning this. So this is a team that is built, they're built to win it all, and I think they showed it today.
Gonzalez front and center to Leo to Craig Childs, and Childs bar down. Scores another one, and that's 7 on the board for the Sockers. And it is all San Diego this afternoon at Cable Dahmer.
Once the mustache comes out, you know it's almost playoff time there for the Sockers, as Mr. Childs has shown year in, year out.
Number 19 for the team captain and 40-year-old.
He keeps scoring.
He just doesn't stop. I mean, you know.
Well, and for fans who think you've got to have young players out there, I'd be like, if you give me a chance to have Craig Childs or Ian Bennett, say, on my team and make a run for the championship, I'll take them.
Yep. Here's Vandegrift. He'll play it forward. Zach Reagan. That was a no-look shot right there. Serta picks up the loose ball. Here comes San Diego again. Out wide for Gutierrez.
They'll just pull it back.
Oh, yeah.
I got chided last year by former Comet defender Berto Palmer for always talking about speed at a young man's game.
Giveaway, Andorreos.
Berto says you can be fast at any age, and I mean, I think we've seen this. Ramon Palmer this year in his mid-30s has been fast. Guarantee Ian Bennett still will fly. And unlike the outdoor game, I mean, I think that as you get older, you understand the game more. Yes, speed helps, but wisdom makes a huge difference. And you watch Craig Childs' game and where he places himself on the field, his indoor soccer IQ is extremely high.
Yep, definitely. Vandegrift trapped in between the legs. He comes up with it. He shoots. Now Danny with a second try, and that one stuffed by Snare Williams. Boy, everything going right for San Diego. Here's Neto. Will Nicolau shoot? No, he'll lay it off to Henry. Down to Vandegrift. Comets front and center for Neto. Now here's a shot and a goal to Zach Reggett. It's 7-3.
It's the old expression, partner, too little, too late.
Yep.
Good pass, though, from Neto to Danny in the corner. Saw Zach there, one touch. Those two had been clicking last home game for sure. They just haven't been on the field. They definitely weren't on the field in Chihuahua, but maybe there's something to build off of, because next Friday, Milwaukee Wave are coming to town, and they don't care about excuses.
18 on the year for Zach Reggett. Ruggles
almost
kicks it long, almost got it underneath the bar, and then the rebound ding-dong off the post. Under a minute to play in this one. Lennis getting tangled up with Taylor Walter Bond. And it's a foul called on San Diego.
Look at that, off the right foot too. Almost scored from distance.
Wow. Here's Neto.
He's feeling it.
Neto.
Put away high. Another one who thinks he could be goalkeeper for the Empire Strikers. You don't normally see Neto move the ball up the field like that. My next 10 for 10 interview is going to be with Onua Obasi, the head coach of the Empire Strikers. What a great run they've had in the last few weeks.
Can't wait for that. Done some very innovative stuff in the MASL. Off the wall, Lennis could not convert on the scorer. Thrown out, Neto kicks it back in. That one too strong. 18 seconds left to play in this one.
Final from Harrisburg.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be for the Harrisburg Heat. UCFC scores the final 4 goals of the game to take a 7-5 win.
But they did get a nice win, what is it, Friday night or last night against
Baltimore. They always play. We talked about this last game, right?
That's right. That's right.
They always play Baltimore hard.
Yep. Playing out the last seconds here at Cable Dahmer Arena. San Diego in control all afternoon long. And San Diego extends their winning streak to 6. It's a full 3 points for the Sockers. Kansas City now has lost 3 in a row, and they will stay on 41 points. So final score here at Cable Dahmer Arena, 7-3. San Diego, 2 wins in Missouri this weekend. Friday night against St. Louis, and then here against Kansas City on the western side of the state.
Lux is trying to get Tavoy Morgan to join her for player of the match post-game interview.
All right, she's got Tavoy, so let's go down to Lux St. Louis on the Silverside Ice Centers field. Lux? Well, we're having some trouble with Lux's mic.
1 assist, no, 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points. Now my microphone is working here with Tavoy Morgan, our MSL player of the game. Tavoy, how you feeling?
I feel great to come away and get 2 wins on the road, especially this opponent. You know, they have a great team, and to win on their home field, it's a great feeling.
I was going to say, you're playing against some of your very own Newtown Pride teammates. How does it feel to play against guys who are like your guys on the field, outdoor?
For me, it's more motivation to just do what I do best, take them on, have them try to foul me, get them in foul trouble. It's just my confidence.
I was going to say, do you have anything that you would credit your incredible performance tonight?
It's just the team. You know, they always push me. They want me to go every game. They're feeding me, and I like it, so I'll give it to them.
Congratulations to Tavoy Morgan, the spirit of the San Diego Strikers, and our MASL player of the game.
All right, thanks a lot, Lux. And
Drew Ruggles had a great game, too.
Yeah, he sure did. And, boy.
Player of the game.
San Diego, really impressive. Let's take a break. Eric and I will come back, and we'll wrap it up here from Cable Dahmer. Final score, San Diego 7, Kansas City 3. We'll be right back.
The Adirondack Apartments, the brand new apartment and townhome community, is now open in Independence and is the exclusive housing partner of your Kansas City Comets. Discover modern luxury living, from stainless steel appliances to resort-style swimming pool. The Adirondack Apartments has everything you need to live the life you deserve. Stop by or visit us on the web to schedule a tour of your brand new luxury home. The Adirondack Apartments.
Hail, alma mater, we sing to thee.
Thy name forever a guiding light shall be. Strong as an oak tree, thy name shall never fail.
To thee, alma mater.
Hail, Park Hail. We are. We are. We are.
We are.
With the one in there and almost deflected. Shot in the goal! And Nacho! Comets win game one! He does the game winner! For the Duke and for the Sword! And he
Henry Ramirez signing some autographs for the Comets faithful here tonight at Cable Dahmer Arena. Kansas City falls to San Diego 7-3. And the next home game coming up for Kansas City is going to be on Friday, March 14th, when they'll host the Milwaukee Wave. This is a rescheduled game that happened from earlier in the year when we had all kinds of crazy snow around here. So that game got postponed until Friday, March 14th. 7:05 will be the first kick against the Comets' rivals, the Milwaukee Wave, and we hope you can make it out here.
Heartbreaking game for the Comets.
Yep.
For me, what changed the momentum of the game was Drew Ruggles saving what would have been a 3-2 game and Kansas City not converting on that goal. But the Comets are going to have to regroup. This game against Milwaukee is going to be huge this Friday. You're not going to want to miss it.
All right. Many thanks to our terrific crew here at Cable Dahmer Arena. Nice job, everybody. For my broadcast partner, Eric Bergrud and Lux St. Louis, this is Nick Vassos. Thanks so much for watching MASL TV on Victory Plus.
The Adirondack Apartments, the brand new apartment and townhome community, is now open in Independence and is the exclusive housing partner of your Kansas City Comets. Discover modern luxury living, from stainless steel appliances to resort-style swimming pool. The Adirondack Apartments has everything you need to live the life you deserve. Stop by or visit us on the web to schedule a tour of your brand new luxury home. The Adirondack Apartments.
Nacho! Comets